Have you ever get that nagging feeling that someone in your orbit isn't quite as fond of you as they let on? That beneath the surface of polite smiles and casual conversations, something feels off. It's a question we've all pondered, that unsettling whisper of potential hidden animosity. Well, today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of Carl Jung to unravel the subtle signs that someone might secretly harbor less than friendly feelings towards you. Jung, the brilliant Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, offered profound insights into the human psyche, and his wisdom can shed light on the often unspoken dynamics of our relationships. We're not talking about outright aggression or obvious insults here. We're venturing into the realm of the clandestine, the unspoken resentments that can fester beneath a veneer of normalcy. So, buckle up, and let's explore these 8 revealing behaviors that, according to Jung's perspective on human psychology, might just indicate someone secretly dislikes you. This isn't about paranoia. It's about developing a keener awareness of the subtle currents that flow within our interactions. Understanding these signs can empower you to navigate your social landscape with greater clarity and emotional intelligence. One of the first subtle indicators that someone might secretly dislike you, according to a Jungian lens, is a consistent pattern of subtle negativity masked as concern. Think about those interactions where someone offers a helpful critique that somehow always manages to deflate your enthusiasm or highlight potential pitfalls in your plans. It might sound like they're looking out for you, offering a dose of realism, but Jung might suggest that beneath this seemingly caring facade lies a subtle undermining of your confidence. This isn't about constructive criticism offered with genuine support. It's a recurring tendency to point out the downsides, often when you're feeling positive or excited. Jung's concept of the shadow self, the unconscious aspects of our personality that we often project onto others, could be at play here. Perhaps their own suppressed insecurities or resentments manifest as this need to subtly diminish your achievements or prospects. Pay attention to the underlying tone and the frequency of these concerned remarks. Do they leave you feeling encouraged or subtly drained and questioning yourself? That feeling in your gut might be picking up on something Jung would recognize. The second sign we'll explore through a Jungian lens is consistently avoiding genuine connection or vulnerability. Jung emphasized the importance of authentic connection in human relationships. When someone consistently keeps you at arm's length, avoids deeper conversations, and deflects any attempts at vulnerability, it could be a subtle indicator of underlying dislike. This isn't about someone being naturally introverted or private. It's a consistent pattern of building walls specifically with you. From a Jungian perspective, this avoidance could stem from an unconscious discomfort or even aversion towards you. Perhaps something in your personality or your interactions triggers their own unresolved conflicts or shadow aspects. The inability to connect on a deeper level can be a significant barrier to genuine liking, and a consistent pattern of avoidance speaks volumes. Are your interactions with this person always surface level, leaving you feeling like you don't truly know them, and more importantly, that they don't want to know you? So the third indicator, viewed through Jung's psychological framework, is passive-aggressive behavior directed towards you. Jung recognized the complex ways in which unconscious resentments can manifest in our behavior. Passive aggression, that indirect expression of negative feelings, can be a telltale sign of hidden dislike. This might show up as sarcastic remarks disguised as jokes, backhanded compliments that sting more than they praise, or a consistent tendency to forget things that are important to you. Unlike direct confrontation, passive aggression allows someone to express their negativity without taking direct responsibility for it. From a Jungian standpoint, this could be a manifestation of repressed anger or resentment that the individual is unable or unwilling to express directly. Instead, it leaks out in these subtle, often frustrating ways. Pay attention to the patterns in their communication. Do you often feel a subtle undercurrent of negativity in their interactions, even when their words seem polite? These little jabs and seemingly innocent oversights could be red flags signaling a deeper, unacknowledged dislike. So the fourth subtle sign is a lack of genuine interest in your life and experiences. While polite acquaintances might not delve deeply into your personal affairs, someone who secretly dislikes you might exhibit a consistent disinterest even when you try to share important aspects of your life. They might offer perfunctory responses, quickly change the subject, or simply not engage when you talk about things that matter to you. Jung emphasized the importance of empathy and genuine interest in fostering healthy relationships. A persistent lack of curiosity about your world could suggest an underlying detachment or even negative feelings. It's as if they are creating an emotional distance, signaling that they don't value your experiences or perspectives. Do you find yourself constantly feeling like you're talking to a wall when you share your joys or struggles with this person? This lack of reciprocal interest can be a subtle yet powerful indicator of hidden dislike. The fifth behavior we'll examine through a Jungian lens is the subtle forms of exclusion or social distancing specifically directed at you. Jung believed in the significance of the collective unconscious and our innate need for belonging. When someone consistently excludes you from group activities, omits you from important communications, or creates subtle social distance, it can be a sign of underlying negative feelings. This isn't about occasional oversights. It's a pattern of behavior that makes you feel like an outsider. From a Jungian perspective, this could stem from an unconscious rejection of something they perceive in you, perhaps triggering their own shadow aspects or unresolved conflicts related to belonging and acceptance. Pay attention to whether this exclusion feels targeted and consistent. Are you often the last to know, or consistently left out of things that others in your shared social circle are included in? This subtle social distancing can be a painful indicator of hidden animosity. So the sixth point, viewed through Jung's understanding of projection, is excessive criticism or judgment directed specifically towards you. While everyone has opinions and might offer critiques from time to time, someone who secretly dislikes you might exhibit a consistent pattern of nitpicking your actions, criticizing your choices, or judging your personality. Jung's concept of projection describes the unconscious process of attributing our own unacceptable thoughts, feelings, or traits onto others. In this context, excessive criticism could be a manifestation of their own shadow aspects that they are unconsciously projecting onto you. It's as if they are seeing their own flaws reflected in you and reacting negatively to that perceived reflection. Notice if the criticism feels disproportionate, unfair, or overly personal. Is this person consistently finding fault with things that others seem to accept or even admire? This pattern of excessive judgment can be a strong indicator of underlying dislike rooted in unconscious projection. The seventh sign we'll explore through a Jungian lens touches upon the concept of inauthentic or forced positive interactions. Jung valued authenticity and genuineness in human connection. When someone consistently puts on a forced smile, uses overly enthusiastic language that doesn't feel sincere, or engages in interactions that feel generally inauthentic when directed at you, it could be a sign of hidden dislike. This discrepancy between their words and their underlying energy can be unsettling. From a Jungian perspective, This could be a conscious or unconscious attempt to mask their true feelings. Perhaps social norms or practical considerations prevent them from expressing their dislike openly, so they resort to a facade of positivity. Pay attention to your gut feeling during these interactions. Does their enthusiasm feel genuine, or does it seem strained and unconvincing? This lack of authenticity can be a subtle clue that their positive behavior is a mask for underlying negative emotions. Finally, our eighth and perhaps most telling sign, viewed through Jung's emphasis on the unconscious, is your own persistent gut feeling of unease around this person. Jung believed in the wisdom of the unconscious and the importance of paying attention to our intuition. If you consistently feel uncomfortable, anxious, or drained after interacting with someone, even if you can't pinpoint a specific reason why, it could be your unconscious picking up on subtle cues of dislike that you haven't consciously registered. This bad feeling might be the culmination of the subtle behaviors we've discussed, or it could be a response to even more nuanced, unspoken signals. Trust your intuition. While it's important not to jump to conclusions based solely on a feeling, a persistent sense of unease in someone's presence should not be dismissed. It could be your inner wisdom alerting you to a hidden dynamic that Carl Jung would certainly encourage you to pay attention to. Understanding these 8 subtle signs through the lens of Carl Jung's profound insights into the human psyche can provide valuable clarity in navigating your relationships. It's important to remember that these are subtle indicators, and 1 or 2 instances might not necessarily signify deep-seated dislike. However, a consistent pattern of several of these behaviors could suggest that someone in your life harbors less than friendly feelings towards you. This understanding isn't meant to breed paranoia, but rather to empower you with greater awareness of the unspoken dynamics in your social world. By recognizing these subtle cues, you can make more informed choices about how you engage with others and protect your own emotional well-being. Ultimately, Jung's wisdom reminds us that the human psyche is complex, and sometimes the most significant messages are communicated not through overt actions, but through the subtle undercurrents of our interactions. So pay attention, trust your intuition, and remember that understanding these hidden dynamics can lead to greater self-awareness and healthier relationships.